one of the first things I stumbled upon was the new Constitution and how we said, maybe let's not call it the new Constitution anymore. 14 years in the making, I mean, it's basically an adult. And I thought of those 14 years. See, 14, they stood tall. They said they will bring us freedom, ink wet with their signatures, hands shaken, we shared dreams. And we were promised a land of justice where children danced in the rain and women shared stories under street lights. A very silent question, will they keep what they have written? 13. The year after, all the hopes are high. We sprout seeds of doubt, corruption, a silent thief in the night, crept into our homes, stole bricks from our foundation, 13 steps forward, but a shadow still lurks. 12. Another year, another chance. But the courts grew weary. Cases piled up like forgotten promises. Justice delayed is justice denied for the widow, the orphan, and the child. 12 months passed, and they said, just wait for it. 11. We talked of freedom, sang songs of right, but the press was silenced, voice muffled under the weight of fear. Journalists threatened, truth on the run. 11 times we blinked, but still no turn. 10. A decade of promises. Yet our land has turned into a battleground for the poor and displaced, title deeds forged, lives uprooted. 10 years gone and the earth beneath us still quakes. 9. Education, this is your beacon. But the classrooms crumbled. They're underfunded, overcrowded, the teachers' voices drowned by the voices of neglect. 9 times we raised our hands, but 9 times we were not called on. 8. Health is your right. But hospitals turned into waiting rooms for the forgotten. Medicines locked up on the high shelves out of reach. Our doctors strike, patients on the brink. 8 promises of care broken by greed. 7, we marched for peace, but violence answered. Ethnic lines drawn deep into the sand, blood spilled on the soil that they vowed to protect. 7 times we signed peace, but war wore a mask. 6, equality was our anthem, but the marginalized still stand in the shadows. Women's voices drowned in bathrooms, little girls left out in the cold. 6 steps forward, but the chains still hold us tight. 5, they said the youth are the future, but our dreams were sold for their own gain. Jobs promised but never delivered, so we turned into pickpockets and picking locks. 5 years wasted in the name of progress. 4, we spoke of the environment, but the forests were felled, rivers poisoned, air thick with the smoke of neglect. 4 seasons passed, but it rained in all of them. 3, they said security is paramount, but the streets told a different story. Bodies broken by brutality, rights trampled under boots. 3 times we cried out for justice. 3 times justice turned away too. Devotion was our hope, but corruption flowed from its center, governors in mansions while citizens hunger. 2 systems in place, but only one served its people. 1. So here we stand. A mirror held up in front of your faces, countless dreams promised. How many were kept? But this is our final hour. And we are at the end of the wire, one nation promising peace still and searching for its soul. So I ask, what role do we play in it? Thank you.